Okay guys, we're going to give you a little bit of an update here. Colby's truck. Colby decided on what color he wanted to go with it. He's decided that he's going to go the original fawn, which it's a hard color to describe on the interior. I'll show you guys in a minute. And he also decided he's going to go with the original light green, which I kind of call seafoam green on the outside. So he's going to keep the truck basically the stock colors, just lowered down, some nice wheels, 425 horsepower, 350 motor behind her, and hey, he's good to go. So anyway, we painted the inside here, and we'll give you a quick glimpse of what it looks like, and we'll show you what the color fawn looks like. So here we are. Now it might be a little hard to show up in the camera. Hopefully you guys can see that. That is the original color. I went online, got the original paint code. So like I say, we sprayed that here. We don't need a booth to spray that. We put her in the big bay. We got our fan going by the doors. We closed the doors up, got the fan going. Watered down the floor. Made sure everything was wiped down, cleaned up. And away we went, we painted away. Now we just did this. This has got a very, I don't know if you can notice it. Hopefully you can. It's got a very fine metallic in it. And what we did with this was we just did the inside of his truck in single stage. Colby, like many other people, are on a budget. Now some guys are like, nope, I want it base coat, clear coat. But you know, it's just the inside of the vehicle. And you know, Colby's budget, Colby's on his budget here, and we want to try and help him out the best we can. We're trying to save him money anywhere we can, where it's still going to be done properly though. So, with that being said, this is just the color is called fawn. It's a fine metallic in it, and we just did it in single stage rather than base coat, clear coat. Now normally when you do spray metallics, people always saying it is a little wiser to spray it in a base coat. But this is such a fine metallic, it didn't really matter much. Just the base coat, clear coat brings it out a lot better. But this turned out awesome. As you can see, it just looks great. So that's what's going on there. So Colby's cab's all painted on the inside. The next thing now is to get the paint made up, and we'll get all like we'll get all the firewall done. We'll get all up in behind here done. We'll get the door jambs themselves all along the jam areas. We'll get all those done, and then we will bolt the cab onto the frame. So Colby's truck is slowly getting there. Now, over here with the 68 Carmagia, again another guy on a budget. These are not the Carmagia is on a way bigger budget than what Colby is, obviously. But anyway, we got the passenger side floor all welded in. Now, as you can see, what I did there was what I did was where the welds were, I went along and I put my epoxy sealer primer on there, and then I did the brushable seam sealer, and away we go. And when the car is all done and finished at the end of the day, well, then I will texture spray everything. There's no point right now because, as you can see, I'm working on the driver's side. I got the whole driver's side cut out. Look at that. Just crazy. Now the driver's side actually was so rotten it went right up into the back here. Now if you can see on the passenger side what I did, because this gentleman is on such a budget, the back half of the floor down in there, even though it looks a little dirty and grimy, it's solid. I went underneath, I did the old screwdriver jab it in test, and never went through anywhere. It was solid. It's a little more difficult to get in the back because it's a little tighter back in there. So as you can see down where the seam sealer is, I just cut the new floor pan off there, and I butt welded it right onto the old floor that was still solid. But whereas on this side, it was just too rotten. So I had to cut it out. So that's what's going on there, and then we can see this car's crazy for rust. Here, let me see here, guys. I don't know if you can, let me get this off here. Oh, come on, you motherfucker. There we go. Okay. There we go. Look at the fender. The whole bottom half of the fender's gone. The rocker's gone. I'm still cutting away here, doing some work in here. You know, this is supposed to, there's a big hunk missing right here. You can see actually over here, it's supposed to come all the way down to there and then come around. That's all missing, you know, so we got to fix all that up. But look how thick the body filler is on this car. I mean, I've been cutting away, and I just kind of stopped at the moment to do a show to show you guys what's going on. You know, it's at least a 1/4 inch thick. And the problem is that the car is full of it. You know, just like if you look on the fender here, I cut the fender where it was rotten off, but this is still good metal. But if you look up in there, look how thick the body filler is. That's 1/8 of an inch, or just a tad under. I mean, you have to know where to draw the line, where to stop it. Realistically, on a vehicle like this, I just want to strip the whole thing right down. I just want to strip the whole thing down because I hate the fact that there's this much filler on here. I want to get it off of there, tidy it up, straighten it up, but this guy's budget doesn't allow it. He doesn't want me to do that. I've cut out where the rust is down below. It's not bubbling or rusting anywhere here, even though there's body filler. It's all solid from in behind. So guess what? He'll sign the paperwork saying, "Look, I'm not responsible if it starts bubbling from here on up. It's not my situation." Because honestly, the whole car should be stripped right down. The whole car should be stripped right down to nothing. Is this a job I'm proud of? No, but I'm also not embarrassed to do it either. I'm cleaning this car up, I'm fixing this car up, and I'm making it a hell of a lot fucking better than it ever was when it rolled in here. And I'm doing it within the guy's budget, or at least I'm trying. I'm trying to give him the best bang for his buck. And at the end of the day, the one thing I am doing is I'm making sure the floors are good and solid, and no one's going to fall through it, and he's not going to have any exhaust fumes or anything coming through there. I am making sure it's good. But in this case here, you know, you got to be careful with where you go with it, because like I say, the owner does have a limited budget. He's doing it without his son knowing. His son doesn't know. And he said basically right to me, he said, "You know what, Rick?" He said, "My son is probably only going to drive this car on the sunny day weekends only. It's just a fun little car for him to boot around in, relive his youth." Because as you remember, he had this car when he was a youngster, and then he got married and kids and all the other shit that comes along with life. And he says he's just going to take it out here and there. And I said, "Well, you know, we'll try and help you out. And we'll try and work within that budget. And if we can, we can. And if we can't, we can't." So far, we're doing okay. So far, we're doing okay there. So that's where we're leaving off. So, with that being said, thank you very much again, all my subscribers, everyone out there that's been viewing. Ava, if you're out there, I don't know if you guys remember, a long time ago, I asked you guys to give a little shout out for Ava. Ava was diagnosed with cancer for the second time, and she had gone in for the second dose of treatment, and to try and get rid of it, and go under the knife there, go under the operating table. And guess what? Ava's out there. She's doing well. Round 2. She's made it. She's made it. She's happy. She's at home, and she's looking at buying, I can't remember, somewhere between a 51 and a 53 Chevy pickup. She's a car lady, and she's excited, and she's looking to get this truck and do some work to it, her and her husband, and she's happy. So good on you, Ava. To all the guys that gave her you know, a big thumbs up and wished her well. She made it. Thanks a lot, guys. That means a lot to people, and that's all I can say. It's all about support. It's about supporting one another. So remember, it's always a good time and old time. I got to get to work. See you later, and that's it.